Hi, my name is Angie. I'm an admissions counselor here at Central Penn College. I'm an alumni of the Bachelor's in Business Administration and Healthcare Administration program. I completed my degree fully online and I graduated summa cum laude. I am here to better serve you as you go on your educational journey with Central Penn College. What I liked about Central Penn is I was a HAC alum, so I knew a good bulk of my credits would transfer. I also was working full-time and needed a flexible program to benefit my family and my work schedule. And I was looking to get my bachelor's degree in a quick fashion, so the acceleration was perfect. And it came down to flexibility. I had a small child at home, I worked full-time recruiting, and really wanted the options to be able to flex classes when I was available. So oftentimes I was working at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and could get my assignments done, and that worked perfectly for my schedule. With an online curriculum, it really is the accountability of the student to make sure that you're carving out a schedule for yourself. So even though you have a professor for feedback and for help, you have to essentially be able to get yourself logged in and make sure that you're doing the work and making that time to make sure that you are successful. I would definitely suggest, even though there are not set times to be logged in, to carve out a schedule that works best for you. So for me, it was on Sunday nights or Monday nights, getting on, writing down my deadlines for the week for each course, which I had to be on top of since I did full-time classes. And it was writing down what my deadlines were and then making sure that I carved out a time slot each day. So whether that was 2 hours directly after work or right after my kids went to bed, just to make sure that I had dedicated time to complete my work, and utilizing the weekend for larger projects. So Friday night or Saturday, making sure that I had the time set aside to work on testing, quizzes, finish up projects. It was important to be on top of deadlines and not procrastinate, just to make sure that you're set up for success and you're not running into any issues. It is completely doable to work full-time and earn your degree full-time and still have time for your family and extracurricular activities. As a continuing education student, you're often motivated for the chance to have promotional opportunities or growth. And as long as you focus on what your motivating factors are, whether that's opportunity to grow or your children and creating a better life for your family, everything is completely possible. You just have to, keep on top of your work, and when conflict arises, just kind of reevaluate and make sure that you keep your education a priority. So acceleration, as I mentioned, was one of the big components of why I chose Central Penn, and I think it's one of the greatest benefits of this college, especially for adults that are looking to finish their degree or go back and get an education. What's great about it is also what the detriment is, which is, you're getting the same amount of work in a 16-week semester into 11 weeks. So it's not overwhelming, it's just a very steady pace, and you have to be on top of your work. So if you have the mindset going into that, you're going to get the same quality education, it's going to be at a little bit of a quicker pace. As long as you're mindful of that, you can be successful. Life is always going to happen. Oftentimes, and I was one of those students, would think, is it better to keep going or to hold off? But my motivation was I wanted opportunity to grow and I wanted a better life for my family. So life is always going to kick in. That's just inevitable. So it's really holding true to your motivating factors. And, when you feel like you can't stay up and do a test or submit an assignment, just remember why you're going to school. And if you hold true to that and kind of make sure that you're inspiring yourself to keep on that path, you will be successful. I feel that I'm able to speak to students because I can attest to the same path that they're looking to take, and working full-time, taking a full course load of classes and having a family. It's more and more nowadays, you have less of the traditional student going back for their education. So being able to attest to not only how this culture is at Central Penn, which is very supportive and encouraging, but also to the acceleration factor and being able to give them resources to make them successful, and to keep motivated to complete their degree is what allows me to better serve my students, because I've been there and I've been in their situation, and I find a lot of my students do come back to me and ask for tips and tricks, and just to kind of, you know, motivate to keep pushing along. And I think they recognize the fact that I've been there, and that is helpful to them as they proceed with their journey.